Hey everyone, welcome to Stand and Empower. And in today's segment, I have my special guest, Micah Hedrick. Micah, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Well, tell us a little bit about what is it that you do? What are you passionate about?
Well, I have a business for the home service industry and trade industries. It's an application that helps run their business better for invoicing, scheduling, it is dispatching their techs to be out in the field. Just an easier way to run their business, an easy way to get and learn how to use it. So a lot of apps don't do that very, very easily for them. This one does it pretty well.
Well, what led you to develop this?
Well, it's all about helping small business for the most part. So a really good friend of mine, Luis, he had an issue with his landscaping business.
Okay.
So he could not invoice and schedule and send quotes like really quickly from his phone. So he called me and said, can I help him build a software or app on this phone that can do all this right from his phone?
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, I can do something like that. So we together built with all his input, and then me being a software engineer in the background, we built the software that's super easy to use and functional so that a small business can run their business and look like a big one without having the issues of invoicing and who paid me, who didn't pay me, and who's going where and doing what.
Yeah. That's really good that you saw a need and you looked into meeting that need.
Yes, exactly the issue. And a lot of business out there don't have tools like this to run their business. So they end up buying expensive tools made for bigger businesses to run their business, that's the world of ones, but it's nice that I build a software that's made for a small business so that they can run them efficiently.
Otherwise, I mean, you're looking to probably thousands of dollars. It can be pretty costly probably to have
it can be hundreds to thousands of dollars to run your business at a software point, but which I'm charging half or even less than that to run their business, which people appreciate because it's tailored towards them and not towards the bigger business.
True. Well, tell me a little bit about your background. You mentioned you were a software engineer. So how long were you doing that before you decided to get into this business?
Oh, goodness. So I went to ASU grad probably a while ago. I've been doing software development for 15 or so years before I started doing this. And so I have a lot of background in building software and testing it and putting it in the field. Just I never did anything like by myself, just for me or for my own business. So after meeting Luis and then figuring out what he needed to do in his business, I was like, well, let me see if I can build this and do this full time and help out business on the way, as opposed to it's not about just making money. You build business the right way, people will come and buy it anyways, whether the money is there or not.
That's
we built the business the right way and the correct way, and now we're out there trying to get people to know about this exists and that they can run their business for half the cost of a bigger application.
Yeah, and I like what you said about the right way, because a lot of businesses out there can be pretty shady. They're just trying to take your money, but building it the right way, it actually builds that credibility. So if you're looking into starting your own business, make sure you're able to go to sleep at night knowing that you did the right thing. So whatever you need to do, do the research to do it the right way. It's so helpful.
Yes, and when you come from that standpoint of a helpful standpoint, now you become like the software that's a helpful software to the small businesses. Not just they're gonna get to come to your website and buy your software. It's more about come to the website, see how we can help you build your business, and then in turn buy the software to make your business run better and help you grow better. So that's a much better, easier approach and a helpful approach than just, hey, we're software, pay us money and you'll do better. And it works for some people if you do like the right ads, but if you're gonna build a legit business that's long-term and people trust you, you do it the right way and people will come.
Yeah, and I like some of the features that you mentioned. Why reinvent the wheel, right? So if there is a company out there that works, why not go for it? And by the way, what's the name of your company?
It's Business Genie.
Business Genie. How did you come up with that name?
Well, we were around 4th of July holiday party. We were all hanging out in the swimming pool. And afterwards, we're discussing about starting this business and what it's going to be doing for people and how it's going to be working. And we're just talking with me and my friends, and we're eating, hanging out. And after about an hour of discussing what could we call this, Business Genie came out, and I was like, that is brilliant. Because not only is it made for business, it's tailored to certain needs that people wish they could have,
Yeah.
which is hence the name Genie. We're solving
I
people's
like
wishes.
that. Business Genie. Okay, good. Well, what have been some of your biggest challenges?
The biggest challenges in software, any software, is really adaptation to the software. Because when you release any kind of software, it's always going to be buggy. It's going to be small. It's not what people want exactly. So as you get more and more users on your system, the better and better it gets. So the first, 1 or 2 users is like, oh, this is a very good system. But as you get 15, 20, and 30 users on the system and then begin to adapt to the changes that people need on the system, that makes it really robust and really tailored to what people actually want and what they actually need.
Yeah. So for example, if you have somebody who has maybe their own like private practice, whether it's like therapy or I don't know, they're like physical therapist, that's tailored to them compared to somebody else that has a different type of trade?
Yeah, yes. Okay. Actually, one of my first clients was a physical therapist.
Really? Okay.
And she needed something called super bills. So she needed a way to be able to send bills to an insurance agent so they can pay that invoice for them as opposed to people paying it themselves.
So it looks a little different for everybody.
It looks still different depending on the company that's using it. It can be tailored to those certain needs. Like a pool company would need like checklists and measurements. Yeah. As a person that does HVAC does not need that kind of stuff. So it's different depending on the need of your company. But it's tailored to those niches very, very well. And that's why it's become such a good product because people ask for certain things in their niche, and then I'm able to build those kind of things.
Yeah. Okay. Now going from working for a company or in a company and then starting your own business, that probably came with its own challenges. Well, what was that like for you and how did you overcome them?
That was, so being an entrepreneur isn't for everybody. Having a job is way easier than just creating a company.
Yeah.
You have a job, you just tell what to do and you do it, you make money, give you a check. So it's kind of easy in that sense. Not that the work may not be hard, but you do one job, you do one thing.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship is owning a company and creating something from scratch is so different. It requires, how do I pay myself? How do I start getting paid? How do I start making money? How do I sell this thing? There's a lot of moving balls instead of just, hey, do this and you'll get paid for it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of learning you have to do of, how do I start a business? How do I start running it? How do I start to pay myself? How do I start getting paid myself? How do people pay me?
Yeah.
How do I sell this? And a big thing about starting a business is sales. It is almost everything in the business. Yes. It doesn't matter how good your application or your software is. If you can't sell it, you don't make any money. Which I learned the hard way. I thought I'll make a software, throw in the app store, and it'll sell. That didn't happen. Yeah. You have to get out there. You have to get yourself known. You have to sell yourself. You have to sell you first, and then sell your product second.
Yeah.
And as you get bigger, it starts to sell by itself. Your product gives you like ads and stuff like that on Facebook, Instagram, and
probably recommendations from other people.
Referrals, recommendation. That's all big. But before that, you have to sell yourself.
Yeah.
And if you don't sell yourself, people are going to buy you first before they buy your product.
True.
Which I learned the hard way. I was like, why don't you just buy it? It's really good. Like, we don't care about your product. What do you do? And why should I trust you, my business, into your hands?
That's true. It's building that trust, that relationship with the person, right, before getting into business with them and using whatever product you're trying to sell. And please take notes on this. This is very important. Now, if you are starting a business, one of the things that I recommend is don't get discouraged if it feels like, oh my goodness, it's overwhelming. There's so many steps, so many things to do. Because a lot of the times we have these unrealistic expectations where you think, okay, I'm going to start a business and launch it, and it might take off a little bit more slower than it might be for other people. And so I do recommend to not get discouraged, keep pushing through because you're going to see those rewards.
That is very, very true. And if you make your, hey, what are you doing to me? Like,
Sorry guys, Kylie just wants to be in the recording saying hi. Hey baby, come here.
Yeah, it's a really big deal when you're first starting a business to not put the failure word behind what you're doing. Like, I'm gonna do this, if it works, I'll keep doing it. The thing is, because people have done what you're doing before. Yeah. You aren't new in this space. If they can do it, you can also figure it out.
Yeah.
So if you always have, when you start a business, you're starting a new idea to do something, and it's not a new invention of something, but someone's done it before you, that means you can also do it. Yes. So there's no, like, if you go into it thinking you're going to fail, you're already not doing it correctly because someone's already done it.
True.
So if they can do it, you could also do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you go into your business thinking, I'm going to do this no matter what. And if you keep doing it and figure it out, you'll figure it out and you'll do it and you'll be successful at it.
Yeah, that's great advice. And having that vision, right? What it's going to look like, knowing there's going to be some challenges, but keep pushing through it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if you keep pushing through and do what you know you need to be doing, you'll get to the end. The light is always at the end of the tunnel and you'll get there. But just make sure you just keep going.
True.
It might take a longer than that was going to take.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to take a year to do this. I'm on year 6.
Wow. But perseverance, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that and being vulnerable, because it's so important to know that that can happen, right? You don't know how long it's going to take to, take off, but it's going to be a different journey for every single person.
Yeah. I hope it's for you. I hope it's like a year or maybe a few months. For me, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But you keep pushing through and you'll get what you want to get to for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, who has been your biggest supporter?
Oh goodness. Well, the wife will have to be the biggest supporter. The time in between jobs of having no income and starting this business was a trying time and a half. So for her to persevere through that and even step up and help, income wise, like on job wise, was a huge deal for me and the family and the business. So, I mean, literally without my wife, this would not even be possible. If I was single, it'd be great. I could do it myself. But it's me and wife and my 3 kids. So for her to help out and be in the same boat with me together, that was the biggest thing that I could happen to this business.
That's good. That's so important to have that type of support, because it, going through all of those changes, especially the financial piece of it, that can create a lot of, arguments or stressors in a relationship. But having a supportive spouse, a supportive partner, it's very, very important, right, along the way. Now, if you're single, it's still having friends along the way that can support you, or even mentors that can help push you to the next level.
Yeah, that's a very big deal. I mean, you need a circle around you that's going to push you.
Yeah.
It's not only to have my wife, have my friends and family around me tell me, you can do it, keep doing it, keep going forward. And if you don't have that help, that people that push you, even your business community. So I joined a couple of different networking groups here in Phoenix. And even them just saying, hey, keep going, you can do it, we trust you, believe you, even though that wasn't at the best stages. But when people believe in you, helps you, that I can do it, and it keeps coming.
Yes.
So if you don't have that around you, find it. It really helps in getting your business off the ground and helping you get to where you want to be at.
Yeah. And there are many networking groups in the Valley, right? So if you don't live in Phoenix, there's, Google, right? Google different areas and where you live, where you can join a networking group, because there's some that are online, there's some that are in person, right?
Yes, for sure. And if you don't have one, find one, get one. That's how you grow in business, and that's how you meet other people that can help you grow at the same time.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Micah, for being in today's segment. I do have one last question for you. How do you stand and empower?
Well, my whole business is built around empowering small businesses, because I see I'm still a small business, and I see the struggles that small businesses go through when you create a small business to I want to get my first 10 customers, my first 100 customers, and what does that look like? So I am really big on, hey, if you're a small business, please get some kind of software to use, because a lot of small businesses, they think they can I'm going to create invoices by hand, and it's very unprofessional, but they do really good work.
Yeah.
But your clients will refer you if they think you're professional.
Yes, that's
and
true.
I provide a very, very simple way and cost-effective way to make your business look professional and seem professional. And not only is your work professional, you look the part at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm big on a small business needs to look like a big one, so people can then refer them to the other people around them too.
Yeah. Thanks, Micah. That was very, very helpful. And if you guys have any questions for Micah, his information will be in the link. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to him. And again, thank you for being in today's segment. And we'll see you next time at Stand in Power.